boundaries.
Good morning, guys. So, one way I lost her trust, and I got to be really clear on this. Trust was something that came and went the week we came home from our honeymoon. And we got married in January of 2000, and we're halfway through 2017. And I lost her trust that quick, that soon, that early. And it was because I was hiding. It was because I was trying to deceive her, trying to keep her from noticing behavior that was just sketch. And it's important to realize that transparency, for me, transparency or the lack of transparency was one way that I lost her trust. And that was totally devastating for her. So I wasn't transparent, and that was one way that I lost her trust. But a second way is I began to be very, very defensive in my behavior, and I began to justify how I was hiding my behavior. So, for instance, I used to, Ashlynn would fall asleep really early. She was always a morning person. I was the night owl. She'd fall asleep really early while we're watching TV on the couch. I would carry her into the room thinking, oh, I'm being all chivalrous. I'd carry her to the room, I'd close the door, and I'd come out and watch TV till late, trying to find something that would trigger me. All the while, Ashlynn's in the bedroom, laying there, awake, thinking, what is he watching? Why is he up so late? Why can't... And for whatever reason, she never came out and was like, dude, what is going on? So I would justify my behavior by staying up late, just saying, I'm watching, I just can't go to sleep, and I'm a night owl, and I would compromise being safe and being trusted because I had no boundaries. And those are just two ways that I lost her trust, and I became unsafe. And it was a sad thing, and I had no idea. But once I started specialized therapy, I realized how devastating that was for me, and how meaning to lose the idea to lose her trust and to be unsafe. It was the worst ever. It was the worst for her, but it was also really horrible to come to that realization. So there are a number of things that compromised my ability to be safe for her, and that compromised her ability to trust me. Beyond those two, but I just simply wasn't boundaried. And
so, what is it that got the trust back?
I took responsibility.
Boundaries.
Boundaries took. I began to be boundaried, and I began to be transparent.
Both became, I think, too.
Yeah, we both did. But I began to be boundaried, and I began to. And I established what they were, like right up front, and said, this is how I'm going to live. And nothing changed that. And in truth, nothing has changed that. In fact, Ashlynn, in effort to do these lives, Ashlynn said like a month ago, 6 weeks ago or something like that, she said,
yeah.
Hey, what do you think about having the Facebook app back on your phone? And I said, my instant reaction was like, no, not even a little bit, no way. And I had a friend of mine, a guy in one of my groups, make the comment, because I told him the same story, and he said, you're not ready yet? And it was a really great question. It was a really great question, because that was like, hey, this is, that question was like, this is a normal part of life, and you're not ready for that yet. And what I had realized is it's not a matter of me not being ready, it's a matter of me really enjoying the safety and the peace that comes from being that boundaried. And I realized that that part of the peace that I enjoy in recovery
is because there's no.
Is I don't have any.
He also has incredible mindfulness that us on social media have that don't have. Because I'm the one that's here on social media running these accounts, and so.
This whole thing of like on your phone and like doing this fosters mindlessness. I didn't realize how deeply I was in that place. I was already in that place to begin with. That deepened the mindlessness that happened in my life. So, anyways, that's just one of the ways that we
and safety came after like
got safety
a
and
long
trust.
time of the actions, not the words.
Yeah, I need
like I would say a year, and people ask me that, like, how long is it going to take? And I ask the same question. My hair's cuckoo. And the answer is however the heck long it takes. I don't know. It just takes time. It's different for everyone, but it took me about a year.
But I think the big thing is it wasn't just some miracle that took place. I think it was empirical evidence over a long period of time saying, wait, your behavior's been pretty consistent about keeping this boundary. Maybe this is because you're changing. And so it's been like this dimmer switch, this dimmer light, where gradually it went from like no trust at all to gradually the light has been turned up and is now in a place where trust exists. And I think it was probably a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, I said, hey, so percentage-wise, how much do you trust me? She's like, how safe and how trusted am I? And she's like, maybe 90 on one of them and maybe 95 on the other. And I was like, and at first I was like defensive, like, what?
Why not 100?
Serious? But that's got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with Ashlynn. And the truth is, like, I can't care how much or how little she trusts me. I have to focus on me. And if I focus on me and what I need to do to be safe, then that will take care of Ashlynn. So anyways, those are just a couple of things. Are there a lot more than that? Yeah. Because I wasn't boundaried, and there's many ways in which we're boundaried to be safe. And yeah. So hope that helps. If you're out there and if you're feeling I don't trust my partner, they're not safe for me at all, just know that there is hope. There is hope to change. And the best thing ever is if you're the addicted and you realize, okay, I have not been trusted and I'm in no way safe, just realize that it is possible to be both of those. And it doesn't take an external amount of work. It takes mental focus and consistent effort over time. And when you are consistent, time will work with you, which is cool. So today, have a great day. Peace out, and we'll see you again.